Happy New Year, and Happy Heavensturn. In Eorzea, it is the year of Halone, mover of glaciers and goddess of war. And in the Far East, it is the year of the Usagi, or the rabbit. Heavensturn is currently active and will last until the early morning of January 16th. To participate in this event, you need any class or job at or above level 15. It would be a good idea to get up to the MSQ quest, The Call of the Sea, so you have easy access to all 3 starter cities. Take the airship or teleport to Limsa Lominsa, and then take the Aethernet to the Aft Castle. In the middle of the Aft Castle, you will find everything set up for the event. The Usagi Shonen is the holiday shopkeeper, and she is already open for business when you get there. The Heavensturn crane banner is a wall decoration for your apartment. Odd that it doesn't have a rabbit on it, but the crane does represent good fortune in Far Eastern cultures, which you will see is relevant to this year's questline. As usual, you can buy Zoni, the Gathering buff food, for 16 gil each, and the Advent Cake Magic Prisms for 19 gil each. Nearby, you can also talk to the Usagi Doshin, who can tell you all about the event. Right smack dab in the middle of the Aft Castle, you will find the latest member of the Bugio family, Usagi, and he has a quest for you. He's showing off a new armor set. You see, after 12 years of giving away kabuto, or helmets, it is the year of the rabbit again, and it's time for a change. And if you act now, you too can receive this lovely armor set. All you gotta do is go over and talk to that guy, and sit through his presentation. Mr. Omi Kujishi, if that is his real name, tells you about the tradition of sacred lots, or omikuji, where you draw a random lot, open a drawer, and receive a random fortune, if I'm understanding it correctly. It's like a fortune cookie, but without the cookie. No, seriously. Anyway, before he gives you the armor, he wants you to go around the city and promote the event, as usual. So go talk to Roswin, who talks tough, but really just wants to be loved. In the Maelstrom headquarters, Tratrat says it sounds interesting. Itowan in the Drowning Wench says she'll spread the word. And also in the Drowning Wench, you might recognize Hildalana and Bo, who are members of the Adventurers Guild, and every summer they work on the Moonfire Fair. They say they'll show up, if only to get some tips on event planning. Head back to Omi to turn in. So after all your traipsing around, only 4 people show up, but they all get their fortunes, and then Omi offers you a chance. I decline, cause hey, I'm just here for the armor, but seems he won't give it to me until I do another quest. So Hildalana got a very positive fortune and decides to run off and test her luck. However, Bobby here got a bad fortune, and he just doesn't want to adventure anymore. In fact, he's so depressed that it takes 2 different emotes to cheer him up. First you gotta rally him, and then you gotta psych him up. When Bentley finally comes around, he admits he only saw the heading and didn't read the rest of the fortune.
Reading.
But then suddenly, the Mochi dude runs up and says he saw a young adventurer overwhelmed by monsters, so he ran back here to get help. I guess he's a lover, not a fighter. A lover of mochi. Omi and Bruce discern that the young adventurer must be Hildalana, and Brandon quickly departs to save her. You just need to head straight south out the Tempest Gate to Lower Lenosha. Catching up with them, you find them both exhausted after defeating 3 giant Gubus, apparently. Unfortunately, Buddy's new armor was damaged in the fight, but it was worth it to save his friend. Aww. So head back in the same gate to turn in with Omi, and you find out that Brian's armor is damaged beyond repair. So the Bugio gives him some brand new armor for free. Brian really likes it, but I mean, it can't be that great. They're handing it out like free AOL. Does anyone get that reference? And they all learn not to take fortunes too seriously. Or was it always read the fine print? I forget. When you're done, you get a little gil, almost a full set of armor, and an achievement. There are 4 pieces to the armor set, and if you are wondering why no helmet, for the past 12 years or so, the main Heavensturn reward has been 2 or more helmets themed after each year's totem animal. Those are all available in the online shop if you missed out. The armor and many of the helmets can be dyed, so you can make your very own animal-themed samurai set. When you are done with the quests, you can try your luck at the Omikuji, but you gotta pay each time. It only costs 100 gil, but in return, you get a fortune. I think there are 4 different types of fortune, but the text at the bottom is also random, so there's a lot of varieties. Since they've gone through all 12 animal-themed Kabuto during the last 12 years, it makes sense that we get something a little different this year, and it's good that it's something every race can actually use. Omikuji is part of Japanese culture, and is believed by some to be the origin of the random fortunes found in fortune cookies. However, what is certain is the fortunes in-game are based on the actual fortunes that are part of the tradition. It's a nice little piece of lore, and good for RP, but there is no gameplay involved, and there's no cutscenes involving other characters, as we often get. For all the previous years that I've participated in, there were special fates, and that was the primary way of obtaining a special holiday currency. There were very few items to get with that currency, and for some reason they felt it necessary to create a new currency each year. It seems to me that they were overthinking it. Just make one currency for Heavensturn that is the same every year. Since this year's items aren't themed after a particular animal, it would be great to have them available every year, and then players that missed it can obtain them by doing the fate. Then they would also be able to obtain whatever new items are added each year. Most of all, I want to say that I think it was a major missed opportunity to not have a killer rabbit battle this year. Anyway, I hope you had a happy New Year's Day, and have a wonderful year to come. Goodbye.